Carter was born December 4, 1969 in Brooklyn, New York. He grew up in the Marcy houses in Bedford-Stuyvesant. Dad left when Shawn was 11. His mom, Gloria, raised 4 kids on her own. Money was tight. Options were tighter. The projects had 2 loud sounds, boomboxes and sirens. Shawn listened to both. He started writing rhymes in a notebook to drown out the noise. He wasn't the flashiest kid. He was the most observant. He watched how dealers counted money, how landlords collected rent, how people turned nothing into something. By his teens, he was selling CDs out of his car and, yes, involved in the street economy too. He later said it plainly. "I sold drugs. That's what I had to do to survive." But even then, he was taking notes. On supply, demand, branding, reputation. Music was the exit plan. Every label passed on him. Too cold, too monotone, sounds like Biggie. So Shawn, with friends Damon Dame Dash and Kareem Biggs Burke, did something labels said was impossible. They started their own. Rockefeller Records, named after John D. Rockefeller, that told you everything. In 1996, they pressed Reasonable Doubt and sold it out the trunk. No marketing budget, just relationships, shows, and word of mouth. The album didn't debut at 1. It didn't need to. The people who bought it played it 100 times. That was the first lesson. Own the masters, own the lane. Vol. 2, Hard Knock Life changed everything. Hard Knock Life, ghetto anthem, sampled Annie and went platinum 5 times. Suddenly the kid from Marcy was on MTV, in stadiums, on magazine covers. But fame in the late 90s came with wars. The most famous was with Nuz, diss tracks back and forth. It got ugly, then it got smart. In 2005, they performed together on stage. That's Jay's second lesson. A rival can become a business partner if you're both trying to eat. In 2001, he dropped The Blueprint, recorded in 2 weeks after 9/11. Take Over, Izzo, song Cry. He was 31 and rapping like he had something to prove and something to protect. He also met Beyoncé around this time. 2 perfectionists, 2 workaholics. They understood each other without explaining it. In 2003, Jay did what no rapper had done. He became president of Def Jam at age 33. Imagine that. Yesterday you're in the booth. Today you're in the boardroom signing other artists. He released the Black Album and called it his retirement. Madison Square Garden, special guests. Encore. He walked off stage like he was done. He wasn't. He was just changing uniforms. At Def Jam, he signed Rihanna, Young Jeezy, and pushed Can I as a solo artist. People said he was out of touch. He said, "I'm learning how money moves when you're not the one on stage." He came back in 2006 with Kingdom Come. Critics called it safe. He didn't care. He was building. 2008, The Blueprint 3 and Empire State of Mind. That song did what no rap song had done. It made New York feel like a promise again, right after the financial crash. Around this time, he launched Rock Nation. Not just music, sports, management, touring. Then he bought a stake in the Brooklyn Nets and helped bring them to Barclays Center. When the NBA said he had to sell to be an agent, he sold and kept going. 2011, Watch the Throne with Can I. 2 billionaires on one album, arguing about money and God and legacy. 2013, Magna Carta Holy Grail. Samsung bought 1 million copies before it dropped. That's not an album release, that's a business deal. Years Jay's music was about winning. In 2017, he made an album about what winning cost. 444 was recorded in a room with no phones. Just him, Beyoncé, and producer No ID. Story of OJ talked about wealth and race. Family Feud talked about ego. The title track was an apology. He was 47. He didn't need to be vulnerable. He chose to be. That's when people stopped seeing him as just a rapper and started seeing him as an elder. Title, Art Basel, a partnership with the NFL. Dus, Ace of Spades. $1 billion net worth, the first rapper to hit it. But ask people close to him what he's most proud of, and it's not the money. It's the infrastructure. Rock Nation sports representing athletes. Rock Nation School of Music at Long Island University. Writing checks so kids from places like Marcy have studios, lawyers, and a shot. He still goes to the studio, still writes, still does the SNLs and the surprise verses, but most days he's in meetings. If you strip away the chains and the Grammys, Jay-Z's story is about one idea: ownership. Own your music, own your label, own your masters, own your narrative, own your mistakes. In Reasonable Doubt, he rapped, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman." At first it sounded like a flex. 30 years later it sounds like a manual. He didn't invent rap. He didn't invent hustle. He systematized both. He still goes back to Marcy, not for photos. He'll sit on a bench, talk to kids, and ask them what they're building. Someone asked him once, "What's next?" He said, "The same thing that was next yesterday. Make something that lasts longer than me." A kid who used rap to get out, then used business to make sure he never had to go back. A husband, a father of 3, a man who turned I'm from the projects into I own the building.